we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of side Delta, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg, the best Zerg player in all of South Korea, representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. Unless it comes to a draw, then it won't end. True, random. And not wrong. Our Protoss pros are allergic to observers. I see often where there are none with the army. If you remember, herO did have observers. If you're referring to the last game that we just saw, herO had observers and they got sniped. If you remember, it was he got 2 observers sniped by the Raven of Gumiho. There was one that was at the natural base that got sniped, and there was another that was out in the middle of the map that got sniped. So herO did have observers at some point. He lost a lot of them. He lost a lot of them in that last game to the Raven of Gumiho. But yeah, map vision going to be crucial here, of course, in that matchup. Meanwhile, Dark, interesting, going for a hatch pool gas opener here. Slightly faster spawning pool than normal. Meanwhile, back across the map, herO going for a gate expand into Cybercore. Overall, relatively standard openers. Again, just a slight deviation with the timing, but nothing too serious here for Dark, as we are settling into game 1. herO versus Dark in the KSL Finals. Never seen this matchup before. It happens quite often, happens quite frequently, but it's always a treat. Always. Oh. So we are going to be settling in. Yet to determine our take of choice. I mean, side Delta, I'm happy to be here once again. We've been seeing a lot of the other maps, actually. Throughout this entire tournament, we've been seeing a lot of Post-Youth, Dynasty, Amphion as well. I'm used to those maps being vetoed, so it's a pleasant surprise to finally load into side Delta after quite some time. One of the more standard maps in the map pool, one of the more common maps that we barely got today. I think we got like Alki on it once, maybe twice. Crazy. That's Korean StarCraft for you. That's no fear, Pappy, no fear. So now the probe is being sent back across the map. Doesn't delay the third base. Third soon to be taken. And we have our take of choice going to be the Stargate opener for herO. Stargate most likely into Oracle. I say most likely, it is not unheard of to go Void Ray first, to hunt down Overlords to keep the Zerg player in the dark. And again, it's all about trying to outmaneuver your opponent when it comes to your build. In PvZ, there's a lot of second guessing, a lot of misleading information at times, especially between these two, specifically, between herO and Dark. Oracle is on the way. And interesting, we're going for a Stalker follow-up. So the goal here is to shut down the Overlord, but the Overlord is wise to this, and Dark does head to the dead space. If Dark had kept it here at the pillar, it would have died. Would have gone down to the Stalker. See, herO now revealing himself. Adept moving out. Overlord does get away, and the Oracle is moving out. Soon to move out across the map. Really passive play, actually. Interesting. So, a couple of different things here. One, because herO went for the Stalker follow-up, we don't have the initial double Adept timing. Likewise, we have not gone across the map with even the first Adept. So, really safe play out of herO. This is something that we typically don't see in PvZ. Usually, Protoss players, there's a lot of pressure on them to be active early on with their Adept, with their Oracle, to get across the map, to pressure bases, and to scout as well. But herO even staying back at home with his 2 Oracles. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit in shock. I mean, we're just playing very, very passively. Now we're moving out as we built up towards 4 Adepts. And we are waiting for that 3rd Oracle. There we go, we pull the trigger. Moving out across the map. Back at home, Dark has a handful of Lings. Queens are keeping up. We have 10 more Lings in production. We should be able to keep up. Yeah, Lings, they spawn in just in time. herO does pull back. Behind this, we have our standard transition. We have a Twilight Council on a Forge. This should be +1 in Blink. herO dipping between the bases. And herO, oh, the Spore was uprooted. Yeah, Spore was out of position. 2 drones going down. We get it. Oh, barely not a third. 2 workers for the time being. We rally the 3rd Oracle in. And we get 2 more. Just barely 4 drone kills at the same time. A massive link counter attack, but we have devs back at home. And we're in position. We should be okay. We did pick off a couple of adepts, but we don't really threaten the 3rd base. More Lings are rallying. Bailey Nest on the way here for Dark. Oh my god. Very fast Bailey Nest. We're massing more Lings. We're going for a Bane Bust. Dark, he's not droning. We'll keep an eye on the production tab for the time being. His cut workers at 46. No additional gases, no Lair, no Roach Warren, no nothing, just pure Ling Bane. We spoke about how things get very chaotic between these two, and this is what I expect. just a lot of this. A lot of all-ins. So Dark going for the Ling Bane all-in. Adepts, they do get across the map. No Banelings yet. Baneling Nest is just now finishing, but Lings, they do hit the 3rd. Massive damage. Probes are going down. Adepts, they do shade into the natural base, but we have Lings to defend. Do have Lings, they look down the army. Across the map, we get out of hand, we get out of control. 10 probes going down. And we're not done. We still have 28 more Lings on the way. And herO should be aware. He just scattered. He just saw no Lair, no gases. He didn't see the Bailey Nest, but, I mean, he saw a lot of nothing. Is warping in defensively. We have another Oracle on the way. I do like the 4th Oracle, but the 3rd base, I don't know if we can save it. Bailey's are rolling in. Oh, the Oracles will zone them away. And nice target firing on the Banelings. Oh, they do not connect. Lings are being shut down. herO is defending. Very nice cleanup here from herO. Meanwhile, Dark is still massing Lings. Like, Dark has still not droned. He's still completely all in. That's a kill on the shield battery. Cancel on the other. Stalker's getting in position. 4th Oracle has arrived. And Mass Oracle is beautiful here because Oracles, they just chew through Lings and Banelings so well. Speaking of the Lings, they commit. And the Oracles, they activate their Pulsar Beams. We caught a good amount of Stalkers. Did catch some Stalkers. And now we drone. Oof. This is a rough position here for Dark. He has not done enough damage. He did not kill the 3rd base. It's up and running. It's saturated. Dark does come across the would-be proxy. Catches on these Stalkers. Big surround. 4 Stalkers go down. Very nice catch for Dark. herO, he just wasted his blink. He's crazy. So many Stalkers falling here. Very nice trades for our Zerg player. At the same time, we're rallying across the map as well. 6 more probes go down. herO just a little bit too cavalier. Did overextend. Dark, he squeezes out a couple of workers, but still massing Lings. Still does mass Lings, going for the pylon. Gets another surround. Does catch a Stalker. Dark still rallying across the map. Looking for a surround. Does collapse on the Stalkers, forcing out the first blink. Now headed for the 3rd. Yeah, we do evacuate. Banelings, they do crash in. Oh, not finding too much though. Shield battery goes down. We catch a Stalker. 3 probes. Dark pulling back. Dark still massing Lings. Plus 2 melees on the way. The upgrades are getting insane. We're shutting down the pylon. This is still close. Like, if herO moves out, I feel like we could crush his army. I mean, I say that. How many Oracles are we on? 5 Oracles. Oh my god. That's a lot of Oracles. And once again, Ling's just coming in from behind, pulling herO's attention apart. 9 more probes go down. And the Lings, they flood into the main. The wall was not a wall. 14 probes fall. And once again, we hit the 3rd. We're just pulling herO left and right. He cannot keep up. Workers going down in every base. We clean up the Lings in the main. 18 probes fell. And Dark did actually saturate. He droned up. He droned up to 55. Hydra Den's on the way. Dark now transitioning into Ling Hydra. Still with Mass Ling though. Still has a lot of Lings to work with. Really nice stutter stepping here out of Dark. Just forcing his way into the natural. Blink is on cooldown. We collapse on the Stalkers. Rough trades for herO. So many Stalkers go down. Here come the Oracles or Lings that will split off. Bailey's that one Ling in. Oh, would you react in time? Solid force field out of herO. Does barely force field in time. Lings burrowing into the main. They are hidden. Oof, unburrowing, going for the main base once again, forcing out more revelations. herO stuck at home, and as he's stuck at home, Dark he drones up to 70. He's actually got an economy. This is a wild game. He's droned up back up to 70. He's got gases up and running. He's got his lair, of course. Upgrades on the way. Dark actually getting into a good position here. Needs a little bit of time for his upgrades to kick in. Does need a bit of time. But he is just taking a further lead. Lings once again into the main. You can see Dark being so annoying. Splitting up his Lings, forcing out 3 revelations. Ay. Likewise, another soul Ling here at the natural. Keeping herO busy. Hydra range is done. Hydra speed is on the way. +1 range as well. 4 base saturation. We could do with extra gases, and there we go. Gases are being taken. Gases are now being taken. herO, his upgrades are solid. We're working on +3 attack, which is insane. Cannons are now finished up as well. We have plenty of oracles to work with. Can we try to punish Dark? Can we get some economic damage done? Time being, the answer is no. We have our queens in position. Hydras are amassing as well. herO taking another base, and we're stuck with a Blink Stalker based army against Ling Hydra. We need something more. We need Storm. We need Archons. We need Colossus. We need some kind of splash damage, and we have none. I need to favor Dark here. I'm not saying that herO can't defend against this. He can. It's just not going to be easy. As Dark is maxed out. 40 more Lings. Oh, Jesus. We are quite heavily reliant on Ling Bane, to be fair. Like, there's only a handful of Hydras. Dark's knocked down. Massive stasis on the Lings. Here we go. We are committing. There's a stasis behind this. Ooh, does get baited out. Not the best stasis. From herO rotating over towards the 4th base. Another massive stasis does trigger. Another massive stasis trap going off. The others are running out. Dark still up in army supply. Bailey's rolling in. We collapse here into those sentries. Going for the middle line. Sentries go down. Good connections. Another stasis trap connect. But Dark is still maxed out. He's collapsing finally on top of these Stalkers. Overcharge running out as well. Dark still refusing to let up. There's always a stasis. But not the connection we were looking for. And we are rolling in. And Bailey's into the Stalkers, but not enough Lings. Dark pulling back, catching some oracles, finally. Some oracles go down, and we're breaking on through. They're collapsing on top of the army. Oracles are focused down. And herO, he's got almost nothing left. Is blinking well for himself, but the army is still falling. And we have 40 more Lings on the way. Dark, he just pulls back. He's just going to consolidate his army. Just building up once again. herO has been holding for quite some time, but he lost all of his oracles. And GG gets called. The writing is on the wall. And Dark will take game number 1. After a wild game. GG. GG. The hell do we just watch? We saw a mass Ling Bane all in, which didn't quite kill herO, but it did enough damage and did keep him busy. Dark was able to squeeze out a couple of drones here and there, got a lair up and running, got into Hydras, got up to 4 base saturation. Really impressive stuff there by Dark. Whew. to be able to pull that off. Initially, herO held, if you remember. Initially, herO did hold quite nicely, but herO was a little bit too over-eager. If you remember, after the initial hold, herO then counterattacked. He was trying to set up a proxy pylon, and because he was being so aggressive, he lost so many stalkers. We saw after the initial hold, herO get caught out time and time again, blinking aggressively and losing all of his stalkers. It happened like 2 or 3 times in the aftermath of that defense. And it was in that moment that Dark was able to gain momentum again and turn things back in Dark's favor. Oh, GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game number 2. And I expect that the aggression is going to continue here as we load into Ghost River. Let's go. Let's go. Catching up in the chat. I thought Dark didn't resign with DKG due to army conscription, but he hasn't stopped playing at all. As someone else is mentioning, Dark, he left DKZ at the very start of the year, like I want to say like January-ish, and after he left DKZ, he joined Talon Esports. So he and I believe he did leave DKZ because it was uncertain when he would join the military, and we still don't know when. We have no idea. But here we go. We're diving in, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Talon Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is Dark. Dark did an interview about it? Yeah. There you go. But yeah, Dark did leave DKZ at the start of the year, but has since been supported by Talon Esports for IEM, for all these other events after that as well, such as DreamHack Dallas. I don't think we know exactly when he's joining the military. I think we just assume it's at some point this year, maybe towards the later half of this year, as we're halfway through. That would have to be. So we have to enjoy Dark while we can. You know, players like herO, players like Beyond, they've already conducted their military service. Not Dark though. Dark's gonna have to go Maru as well. Maru is a little bit different because Maru is younger. Maru is one of the younger players, so he can put it off a little bit longer. But eventually we'll have to go to the military as well. Whew, as we're settling in. We are going to be settling in. So far, just going to be a gate expand. Gate expanded to Cybercore, standard opener here by herO. Meanwhile, across the map, likewise, Dark going for a hatch gas pool. Whew. And again, we're loading into Ghost River, one of the smallest maps in the map pool. Very small map, very short rush distance. Does lead to a lot of aggression. I don't expect to see another Ling Bane all-in, as Dark did whip that out in the last game. I would expect to see something a little bit different, as herO is going for a Stargate opener. Footajin with some cope in the chat. No, he doesn't have to go. If you win a world championship with Kree, you don't have to go to the army. Kappa. Yeah. But yeah, eventually you have to go as well. So for now, herO does dip in. Huh. Catching a Ling. Do manage to catch a Ling, and we go for the drones as well. Quick spore trick out of Dark. Does preserve his workers. herO pulling back. When it comes to this map as well, we should talk about how it's quite common here for herO to go for 3-base all-ins himself. This is a very common map for an AK Blink all-in. Very common. So we'll keep our eye out on herO. Keep an eye on herO for that kind of build. We'll see if he rushes into Blink a little bit faster. We shall see. As for now, he's just keeping tabs on Dark. He's keeping tabs. Back at home is going to be expanding. Taking the 3rd base. is taking his third base. There's that Twilight Council we spoke about. No Forge yet, so we'll keep an eye on the Blink timing and what we do head into. We'll see how many gateways get thrown down as well for herO. So we are threatening that shade. Fast Roach Warren on the way. Okay, so we're going to be meeting aggression with aggression. Dark rushing into a Roach Warren at around 4 minutes. Very early on. We don't expect Roaches this early, especially against a Stargate opener. Back across the map. Gateways are being thrown down. Is this Glaives or Blink is what I'm curious about. I'm leaning towards Blink, but we'll see. See what herO does embrace. Yep, there we go. Blink is on the way. And fast Blink like this can work very nicely here against Roach All-Ins. Speaking of, we're sending it. Another stasis! Ooh, massive catch. The queens are caught out as we were walking across the map. 8 roaches are on the way. Dark is going for a massive Roach Queen all-in. And herO already slowing it down. Does slow it down. We do catch 5, 6, 7 drones here at the natural. Oh my god, and we're not done! We catch an 8th drone. 8 workers go down. Here we go. Dark rallying everything across the map. Let's go. Let us go. As things are rallying across. We have queens welling in. We have roaches as well. Up. And we're going to be able to dive on top of this. Oh. Again, shield batteries are done. They do finish up in time. Overcharge is popped. But again, the shield battery is exposed. We can bring it down. I mean, Blink is still not quite done here. We're a couple of seconds away. The Stalkers are going down. Yeah, massive catch for Dark. Meanwhile, the Oracles, they were stuck across the map. We needed them back at home to defend. We needed those Oracles. Down to 4 Stalkers. We shut down the pylon. Queens are waddling forward. Now, bearing in mind that killing this third base is not good enough. Like, we need to do more than that. Here, he's getting ready at the natural. But he's bleeding out a lot of Stalkers. More than we should have. Now we're rotating around over towards the natural base. Over towards that natural. Cybercore under fire. We do catch a couple of drones. Ooh, oh my god. 7 workers going to be going down. 8 workers going to be going down. They're at the natural. Yes, we are looking to bust in. Ling spotting forward, Ravagers as well. Shield battery's running out of energy, but again, the overcharge does come into play once again. The vials. Yeah, Dark, I think he has enough. He has enough. There's no more shield batteries. He lost so many Stalkers earlier here on the right-hand side. We lost far too much. And Dark, he is breaking through. Again, very common to go for these Roach Queen all-ins on this map on Ghost River, and he's done it again. herO, I thought he would have enough to defend, but again, he bled out too much at the third base. We have 1 Stalker left, 2 more Stalkers in the main, a couple more Stalkers warping in. But Dark is pushing through. We spoke earlier, like, killing the third base wasn't good enough, but he's broken the natural. Like, it's all good. We don't have to push into the main. We can. That's going to be a kill on the natural nexus, a kill at the third base as well. Stalkers are amassing, and we will hold on to the main, but we barely have an economy. We have a 1 base economy here. And from this moment, Dark, if he wanted to, he could drone. He does have the option to drone up. Does have the option. He's not though. He's still massing Lings. Of course we are. Still massing Lings. Pushing on forward. Yeah, Ling's diving on the army. Well, we do try to force with the ramp, and there was some decent force fields, but we have the Ravagers. We can bust in nonetheless. Pushing on forward. And GG gets called. Dark takes a 2-0 lead. GG in a very fast series so far. I mean, game 1 was more back and forth. Here, again, herO did scout the all-in coming ahead of time. I guess the biggest mistake there was herO trying to hold on to the third. If you remember, that's where he bled out a lot of Stalkers. That was like, what, 6 Stalkers going down at the third base. With that, we just couldn't hold on. We just could not defend, could not hold on any longer from there. we did crumble in our defense. And with that, Dark is now 1 game away from becoming this week's KSL champion. Let's go. I mean, again, usually it's herO, and we'll see if herO can pull off a bit of a reverse sweep here. Again, Dark is 1 game away. herO would have to win the next game and the one after that to force the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. As we're loading in to Oceanborn. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our next opponent. Well, we have our Protoss player up against the wall. He's up against the wall here. 1 more loss, and he'll be knocked out of the tournament. Representing Weibo Gaming, the pressure is on. He needs to bounce back here and now. He just supported the chat. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Talon Esports. 1 game away from becoming our champion this week. It is Dark. Here we go. Whew. Dark going for a 15-15. It's going to be a 15 hatch into a 15 spawning pool. This is a very safe opener here from Dark. Very safe opener. With this, we're going to be delaying our gases, but going for faster queens. That's the give and take here. We also managed to get our base on location without being disrupted by the probe. Is not going to be disrupted. As I'm catching up in the chat. If you cleared a world championship. So I just checked it up. I just checked it. If you get a gold medal in the Olympic Games, I think you are exempt. Mario doesn't have that. Yeah, it's not about winning a world championship. It's about that's specifically a rule about the Olympics. If you remember, there was an Asia Games and players did earn gold medals, but wasn't that was it Miyamika? Was it me? The Asia Games was like Southeast Asia countries. I remember I think Ranger got a bronze medal. But yeah, Mario didn't get a gold medal. I don't know what you're on about. Yeah. From my understanding, Mario still has to conduct his military service. If there's other information out there, then maybe that's not true. But I think even Mario's spoken about his military service. Like a world championship, yeah, doesn't mean anything. Like specifically, that rule is about the Olympics and gold medals, and I guess Asia Games. Yeah, flash over the military, yeah. It was me and Micah the gold medal, right? Asia Games, Wikipedia, StarCraft. Was it me or was it Ender? Is it episode shading in? No prize pool for this event. Okay. I see. You made it from the C qualifier. Oh, as we have Glaive Adepts. Sorry, a little bit distracted looking into this. Time for CranKy Ducklings to add gold medals to the tournaments. True. That's all we need. That's all we need, Papi. Not wrong. But yeah, so here we go. We have herO going to be mixing things up a little bit. Okay. Now we can focus on our game. Now we can focus on our StarCraft. We're going to be settling in. It's going to be a Twilight Council opener. Going to be 4 Gate Glaive Adepts out of herO. Going to be amassing Adepts, soon to be moving out across the map. And we'll see. We'll see how Dark does respond. For the time being, we should be seeing a Roach Warren. There we go. Roach Warren at the 4-minute mark. Very nicely timed Roach Warren out of Dark, just in time to defend against Glaives. But even though we have the tools to defend, it's all about the execution here. It's going to be about the execution for herO. As the depths do shade in. So far, but the Roach one is still not quite done. Do dive in ahead of time, going for the drone. First worker goes down, shaving off a good amount of lings. Drones are falling left and right, by the way. We do shade in back towards the natural. Again, this is hitting a little bit harder, a little bit faster. Fun fact, the robo was delayed, which is why we're hitting without the warp prism. So this does hit earlier than normal. But we only get 3 drones so far. So far, 3 worker kills. herO backing off. Dark amassing roaches. We have safety spores on the way just in case. Just in case it is a DT variant. And hero's expanding. herO is expanding back at home. Not all in. So do dive on the army. Prism being sent out. So far, we do collapse you on top of those adepts. Not bad. And the Lings are going to be able to keep up so far. Roach is likewise getting on top of the adepts. We did commit to the shade. Oh, and a lot of adepts are bleeding out. Ay, ay, ay. Shading into the natural, catching a couple of workers. 2, 3 drones going down. Not bad target firing. Prism coming back in. And remember, herO isn't all in. He is transitioning out of this. He is amassing immortals for a counterattack. And he has killed how many? 7 drones so far. Not quite enough. We were hoping for more damage. I mean, I say that. Dark is now redroning, resaturating. Still delayed mining time here at the natural. Sorry, at the third. And Dark is going for a counterattack. We do have plenty at home to defend. We are in position. The dust will settle. I mean, herO didn't kill that many workers, but at the same time, we did force out a lot of lings, a lot of roaches. The drone count is still very low for Dark, and likewise, the lair is only halfway done. Dark doesn't really have much pushing power is the problem. It's gonna be stuck at home, and hero's pushing. Oh my god. I actually really like this. I mean, Dark, he's in the middle of droning. Dark in the midst of droning, herO pushing in with immortals and glaive adepts. Is moving out. Do push out across the map. We have a wall of queens to defend. We have transfused, but the immortals doing so much in the back line. The adepts, they do commit to the shade. They bust into the natural. Immortals left behind. More reinforcements on the way. And the immortals, they hold their own. We have a third immortal coming in. Yeah, just catching Dark as he was droning. GG gets called, and herO is going to be fighting back. Does put a point on the board. GG. GG, well played. Whew. We have a series. It's been a really short series, actually. Like, it's just been hyper-aggressive plays, which is what we expect with between these two. Time and time again. Again, herO, he did catch Dark a little bit off guard early on. I did miss it. But again, we did delay our robo, so we were able to hit a little bit earlier, a little bit faster there for herO. Able to get across the map. Got a couple of workers, and again, with that secondary all-in, or that second push, Dark was in the middle of droning. He wasn't ready for an immortal move out, as usually the Protoss player defends. Usually the Protoss player, they just give the Zerg player breathing room, they defend back at home, and the Zerg is allowed to drone. It's not the case here. Not this time. Not this time, as we are getting into game number 4. We go. Yeah, they said on Reddit and Team Liquid. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's people speculating, but that isn't Maru saying it himself. I mean, it could be true, right? Like, maybe it's true. Maybe because of the Asia Games event, maybe Maru doesn't need to do military service. It would be a fun thing to ask him. It would be a fun thing to ask. As we are settling in and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkyone, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming. Does put a point on the board, is fighting back in this series. One more and he can force the ace match. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. Here we go. There we go. As for the time being, we are settling in. Dark this time going for a standard hatch first. He's setting up for a hatch gas pool. And we'll keep an eye on here a little bit more this time. Again, last game we saw a variation of Glaive Adept, which did hit a little bit earlier. And was able to catch Dark off guard in the follow-up as well. Now we're settling into Alcyone. It is not uncommon for Dark to rush into this gold, but alas, he's taken the standard natural for the time being. No gold base yet. Not this time. So now we have our gate into Cybercore, just settling into our builds. You see herO checking the gold. It's not his first time playing against Dark, Bappy. He checks his gold base first, and then he checks Dark's gold base as well. Again, it's very common for Dark to take it. We can see it's not the case this time, and herO confirms as well. Okay. Can go back home, settle into a standard game. Now, game 1, we had Dark going for a Ling Bane all-in. Game 2 was Dark going for a Roach Queen all-in. Game 3 was herO committing with Glaive Adepts. What haven't we seen yet? Now, we haven't seen a Ling Queen Nidus all-in. True. We haven't seen Nidus play yet. We haven't seen Mass Oracle or a charge-based all-in from the side of Protoss. What are we getting this time? What are we getting this time? As Dark does take a third. Spending back at home, taking a third base. Is getting a third base as we have our Stargate open, and this should be for the Oracle here. I mean, we could go Void Ray. We'll keep an eye on herO. As the Stalker is being quite adventurous, moving out across the map, going for the Overlord. We'll shut down the Lings, and the Overlord will escape. We'll get onto the pillar, onto the high ground. Back at home, we do have our Oracle being sent out. Not a Void Ray. Okay. We are going to be calming things down. Oracle in production, Ling gets shut down. Dark in the dark, but is building up his queens. We have 2 queens in the natural, soon to be 2 queens in the main. Plenty of droning going on as well. So far, we're playing pretty normally, pretty standard. We're taking a third. We're expanding. Third base is on the way. Oracles for the time being being very careful, actually. Very secure, staying back at home. Very careful play out of herO. Adepts are threatening a shade. Lings are keeping up. Spores are finishing. And it looks like herO won't move out until he gets his second Oracle. Now we're pushing. Go 2 Oracles towards that third base. Once again, that's a fast lair. That was a 4 minutes 18, 4 minutes 17 lair timing very early here for Dark. And this could be for a couple of different things. As Oracles do dip in. This could actually be for the Ling Queen Nidus all in. Up as we catch the Oracles. And 1 Oracle goes down, but we do get eyes on the lair. Big scout here for herO. Does confirm. If you remember, a Ling Queen Nidus all in did kill Nightmare earlier today. Between Dark and Nightmare. Was able to whip that out. But this time the lair gets scouted. And Dark takes another hatchery. I'm curious if this is just for larva. I'm curious if Dark is going to transition out of the all-in, but he's still making Lings. Dark is still massing Lings, still making more queens. Keeping up with the Adepts. No Roach Warren. We would have seen one by now. The Adepts are being shut down. And show us that Nidus Worm. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. Nidus Worm is on the way again. We would have seen a Roach Worm by now if it was anything else. Or gases, but only over 1 gas. Nidus Worm is on the way. It's going to be a Ling Queen Nidus all in. We saw this earlier versus Nightmare. And herO has a piece of the puzzle. Again, herO saw the timing of the lair. That is a big tell. That is a big tell. As Lings there. No! The wall's on the wall! Lings are slipping in! The Stalker goes down. We bust into the main even before the Nidus comes in. We head into the main base. Stalker gets surrounded. Blink is not done. Nowhere close. Nidus behind the army outside of the third. Between third and natural. Lings are being cleaned up. But again, Dark is not done. Still just flooding across the map. And Queens have arrived, going for the surround. Stalkers, they get caught out before we actually go straight for the shield battery. Shield battery gets surrounded. Probes are shut down. So many workers go down as we continue to flood Lings across the map. Still Blink is halfway done. Nowhere near. No Blink, no side defense. The Oracles are out of energy. And the natural base, the wall, it's falling. The Queens are busting through. And Dark is still not droning. He's still just massing Lings. Just pure Ling party. Lings and Queens. Nidus into the main base. herO does not have vision. herO does spot it, but he's busy trying to defend, trying to hold on to that natural base. Gateways are falling. Queens, they dive into the Nidus and into the main. They rotate on over. Overcharge is pop, but now we're in the mineral line. herO is down to one base mining. Nothing here at the third. Nothing in the main. And, I mean, even if herO forces this back, even if he defends from here, Dark is on 4 hatcheries. Like, he just droned. He can just drone up. As another Nidus does finish. Third base has fallen. Main base as well. herO knocked down to 1 Nexus. And did he even get Blink? Okay, he does that Blink, does that +1. Blink setting it for us around. Yeah, they're coming from behind. They force out the Blink. We have 1 gateway left. We can warp in 1 Stalker at a time. And GG gets called. It's just too much, and Dark will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's KSL champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Dark, as he'll take the series 3-1. Again, a very, very chaotic series. Just hyper aggression, no standard games whatsoever, no mid game, no late game. Just chaos between herO and Dark. That's how it usually is. Whether it's Dark going for the all-in, or whether it's herO going for his own all-in as well. Again, herO was able to at least take a game and make a series out of this over earlier, when he did open up Glaive Adept into his second wave, into his Immortal push, which did catch Dark off guard. But yeah, herO had a bit of a harder time in these other matches, in these other games. I was a little bit surprised, especially on Ghost River. Like, Ghost River, it felt like herO had the tools to defend. herO had fast Blink, much faster than this game. herO also scattered the all-in and delayed the all-in. But I do think that herO's biggest mistake on Ghost River was trying to defend the third. I don't think we needed to try to defend the third base on Ghost River. I think would have been wiser to just pull back. Here it did seem, in game number 4, it did seem like herO was maybe not, he just wasn't fully aware of how aggressive Dark was going to be. It was also such a shame that the wall was open, right? Like, the all-in started in a brutal fashion for herO, with the wall being wide open. Lings, they flooded in, which allowed the Nidus run to complete, as herO was busy with the Lings, so he could not deny the Nidus. That was the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end. GG. Congratulations to Dark, as he is our champion. And herO will take second place instead, which again, herO is usually our champion in KSL, so in the end we do see Dark able to surpass that, able to take that win away from herO. Congratulations. And a shout out to all the other competitors we had today. Again, some really fun matches. We had Gumiho, we had Bjorn, we had Classic, we had Nightmare, we had Trap as well, and Ryung. A lot of good matches, a lot of good games. GG. GG, well played. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you're ready for the weekend. Again, over the weekend, we're going to be hosting, we're going to be helping to host a big NA event, the SE2 Safe House. SE2 Safe House is going to be over the weekend, I believe over Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to be casting day 1. Day 1 is going to be here on the CranKy Ducklings. We're going to be a B stream, going to be a side stream to the main stream that's going to be held by Zombie Grub and Nathanius and Chicken Man and Steadfast, I think Steadfast as well. A bunch of Fear Dragon, of course, can't forget Ravi, but a bunch of the NA casters are going to be hosting an event in Vegas, and I don't really know what to expect. I'll be honest, it sounds interesting. They have like a bunch of stretch goals, and I think they're gonna do like a bunch of like drinking games and all this stuff. They're gonna have some fun. They're gonna have some fun. They're gonna be hosting their events, and likewise, we're gonna help cast some StarCraft. Who's gonna be there? I believe Dolan is gonna be there. Estrella, I think Vindicta, Cham, Eggs, and I want to say Disc. I think Disc is there as well. Let me just double check. Wikipedia. I'll just get the list of players. So Estrella, Disc, Trigger. Oh, how could I forget Trigger? Of course, Trigger, Dolan, Epic, Vindicta, Cham, and Eggs. 8 players, 2 Zergs, 3 Terrans, and 3 Protoss players going to be duking it out in the round robin stage of the Safe House. We are going to be a side stream for the group stage, so we're going to be casting, I believe, just for day 1. Just for day 1. So we're going to help with that on the weekend. Likewise, we also have WTL, World Team League is over the weekend, but tomorrow we won't be casting day 1 of World Team League. I would love to, don't get me wrong, I'd love to, but we have something else. OC King of the Hill. OC King of the Hill is tomorrow, which means we're going to be catching up with World Team League. We're most likely going to be pushing WTL day 1 and casting it next week, sometime next week. Most likely in the lead up to Home Story Cup. Home Story Cup is next week as well. So, a lot of StarCraft. So we won't be casting WTL tomorrow. It's going to be OSC King of the Hill instead, but we will be casting WTL on Saturday and Sunday. We also have Sea Duckling Open. We also have Sparkling Tuna Cup as well. Plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft over the weekend. Be a part of it. Be a part of it. Let's go. Home Story Cup is next week. God, time flies. I know, right? It's crazy. It's so soon, right after DreamHack Dallas. So it's SC2 Safe House this weekend, and then Home Story Cup next weekend. So, yeah, gonna be a lot of good fun. Gonna be a lot of good fun. Otherwise, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid, and as a reminder, our next broadcast is tomorrow and is going to be OSC King of the Hill. It's going to be in actually like 24 hours. In 24 hours time, here on this channel, we're going to be live with some StarCraft. So do look forward to it. It's going to be amazing, I'm sure. Otherwise, who's streaming right now? Who is streaming? I see Lambo is streaming. I see Senor Sadsak as well. Has Nero been doing like sleeping streams? God damn it, Nero. What are you doing? Este Nero. Who else is live right now? Oh, apparently it's Sadsak's birthday. Okay, sure. We'll give it to Sadsak. We'll give it to Mr. Sadsak. So I wish him a happy birthday again. He's a great player, great streamer, is live quite often. I'm jealous. I haven't streamed in so long. I want to stream, Papi. I want to stream. Maybe next week. Oh. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. !! Socials in the chat. If you want to support this tournament, ! KSL. KSL in the chat. You can check out the Patreon for the Korean StarCraft League. If you want to support it, you can do so via Patreon. You can gain benefits. You can gain replay packs, Discord roles, and you can even cast the event live yourself with certain roles as well. So yeah, we got you covered with the Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Do a sleeping stream like Nero. You're an animal, Papi. You're an animal. Stay away. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao, Papi. Ciao. See you tomorrow.